Namaste to everybody and welcome to the 27th episode of Teen Sawal, Teen Questions with Dr. Sandil Kumar. I think it's my proud privilege to be doing this particular program today when the whole country is celebrating the National Reading Month. I think it's very important for us to understand and recognize the contribution made by P.N. Panikarji, the father of library movement in India from Kerala, which triggered the whole, environment for literacy and then moving into other areas. His mantra of Vaichu Varakuluruka, that means read and grow, which triggered the literacy movement through library itself. In 2017, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji also gave the clarion call to propagate the message of read and grow among all citizens of the country by 2020. While remembering the mammoth task done by Panikarji, I think it is equally important the people who in the present environment have contributed quite a lot to the reading program through multiple approaches. So the next 4 weeks, we are going to get people who have contributed to the reading and trying to improve the literacy, trying to empower people through reading as part of this particular initiative. So starting this first episode, somebody whom I have been admiring and following for years is Pradeep Lokhande. So we have Pradeep Lokhande ji. Namaste, Pradeep Lokhande ji.
Namaskar, doctor.
Yes. He is one particular gentleman whom I know of who's been connected with villages. He himself comes from around 114 plus kilometers from Pune and came to a city and then started working, started looking for employment, entrepreneurship. We'll hear his story of multiple initiatives and sometime, but I think it is very important to also remember him, identify him, what I call him as the data man. I call him as a data man. Why I call him as a data man? When everybody is struggling to get the right data of one district, one particular block, there is a gentleman who has 643 districts. And Pradeep ji, if I'm going wrong somewhere, please correct my data. You have all the freedom to correct the data. And 5,602 blocks of villages. Some of the things which some of the initiatives and the titles, what he has said, I think I liked, liked quite a lot. One of the very important things which I liked, and in our earlier conversation we had, was non-resident villages, where he is trying to bring in the blue collars and the green collars to come together and then contribute back to their own community from where they have grown and moved forward. But I think it is very important. Today's agenda is all about reading. And when it comes to reading, he has a very unique initiative called as Gyanaki Initiative. Under that particular initiative, he has multiple things. One such initiative is about libraries. And what is important is that today there are 5,170 plus such libraries are established across 8 states. And these states are not located only next to Maharashtra. They are Maharashtra, Telangana, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, and Karnataka. And he has reached 10,20,000 plus people. That is people who love millions, I think 1 million plus in empowering the rural India. So I'm just going to give him the, some very simple questions based on my engagement and my conversation. First and the foremost question, Pradeep ji, is आप ये बताइए कि what is that inspired you to go back to villages? There should be some story, there should be some incident, some occasion which inspired you to go back to villages, one, and your journey. We would all like people also to hear the postcard journey which you took.
Yes.
And I think that's something very, very important. It's all yours. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, doctor. Thank you very much. First, my namra pranam to Panikarji. और उसके बाद में मैं छोटी कोशिश करूंगा आपसे बात करने की. एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर गिविंग मी एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू इंटरेक्ट विथ यू डॉक्टर. Yes, you have asked me why village. Actually, I have taken a less travel path because I've come from a village. वो कोई हीरोगिरी नहीं है. मैं बहुत प्यार करता हूँ, मैं गांव से आया हूँ, इसलिए no 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 no. I have taken a less travel path. Why? Because if you want to do any business, you have to have three things. This is my perception. One, a good education, a good education. One, second, money, good money, and third, family background. मेरे पास I was not having all three. Though my gods are my father and mother, but I was not having family background because I've come from a very humble background. I don't want to do a crying business on that. So what best you can do? If you are not having anything, so take less travel path, and that less travel path takes you to a village because nobody wants to go to village. That was the approach, doctor. It was not that कि मैं बहुत भला करना चाह रहा हूँ, village का ऐसे कुछ नहीं. And the incidents which has happened, which has triggered me to do this is actually this has started in 1993. 1993 when the globalization has started. Actually, it has started in 1991, between 91 and 93. So once I was in Mumbai to listen to Guru Sharan Das, one of the finest writer, and I used to pay and go to listen to people. ये बच्चों ने करना चाहिए. ये मेरी नम्र विनती है बच्चों से. नहीं करते हैं हम. We have to go, and I was there, and in his 45 minutes talk, and that I was thinking of going to rural India, means villages. ये rural India वगैरह बहुत बड़े शब्द अभी यूज कर रहा हूँ. I was not, मुझे इंग्लिश भी नहीं आती थी, हिंदी भी नहीं आती थी और मराठी थोड़ी सी आती थी. So I was listening to him. He was speaking in English, but in spite of that, in his 45 minutes talk, he spoke 37 minutes on rural India. So मैंने एक ही मैसेज ले लिया. If he's talking out of his 45 minutes in 37 minutes of rural India, means something is important in rural India. Go to rural India. आप जो सोच रहे हो प्रदीप is correct. And that day I have taken a call कि I will work in rural India. But ऐसे होने से कुछ नहीं होता है. You have to have a concept. You have to have a roadmap. You have to have a blueprint. ये बहुत बड़े-बड़े शब्द है, but ये सब होना जरूरी है. आपके अपने तरफ से. आपका नाम होना चाहिए उसको, but ये सब चीजें जरूरी होती है. So the thought doctor I have taken that time in 1993, it was really futuristic that time. अभी मुझे लगता है कि no need to go to all the villages of the country. Go to the villages having population about 2000 and where weekly bazaar takes place. And if you are strong in these villages, you are strong in most of the villages because people from adjoining villages come to these villages to buy their necessities. That was the concept.
This was the village का जो fair लगता है हर गांव से, जब अलग-अलग गांव में जो fair लगता है उसकी बात कर.
Fair नहीं. Fair is a different. Bazaar is a weekly bazaar where people come to buy and sell only. There is no entertainment in that.
Okay.
And there are 47,000 villages in the country. It is not happening in South India. It is happening above Maharashtra and above, but it is happening in 47,000 villages of the country, and it happens once a week, either in the morning or in the evening. It happens for 4 hours, and you get everything of the life there. And next sentence is very important, क्योंकि आज के generation के लिए ये sentence important है. The turnover of this bazaar of this country is more than Walmart. It is not Pradeep Lokhande talking about it.
Okay.
So it is important. So the concept was like that. So for an example now, Maharashtra, forget Maharashtra, India has 6,37,000 villages. But about 2000 and where weekly bazaar takes are just 13% out of it. Means just 1 lakh villages. Comparatively achievable number. Instead of going to 6 lakh odd villages, I'm talking from the commercial point of view. We can talk social afterwards. 1 lakh villages. And out of that 1 lakh villages, around 1,15,000, around 25,000 villages are around metro. Around Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, all these big towns. We call them as a fringe village. And they are more prosperous than urban India because of the land price. We'll not go into that. Yeah. So just leave them also. And the proximity to metro, so they get good everything of the life. So we are talking about just 85,000 villages. Why just? Because out of 6,37,000. And then I have started collecting data of Maharashtra. Maharashtra has 43,000 villages, 357 talukas, and only 36 districts. And out of that 43,000 villages, there are only that time 6,700 villages are above 2,000. So the approach was comparatively achievable number, and where the people from adjoining villages come to. So whatever you have, product, service, communication, concept, if you are strong in this village, you are strong in most of the villages. That was the concept. Then, but as I was not having education, money, and a family background, I've told you. So the answer of your next question is, I was little innovative. That's what I think. ये गलत है मैं खुद बोलना, but
But
I have,
yeah, because every approach is a new approach, and then we really need to see that how exactly we can kind of take it across and go. That is very, very important.
So what I have done, it was next to impossible to travel because I was not having money. And how long you will travel? How much you will travel? You cannot have a manpower to travel and pay them. So I thought that why not use a postcard to reach to these people? We have one of the finest postal system of the world. हमारे यहाँ ना बहुत हम we are so negative people. We talk only the negative. We are not talking the positive. And I am dangerously optimistic person. I never talk negative.
Right. It's very important. It's a pride that there are good things available when we are not talking about them.
Why not? And why? And what we achieve talking about negative, it is actually affecting you personally. Then it is affecting your family, to the समाज and entirely country. सबको परेशान करता है और कुछ फायदा तो है नहीं उसमें. In spite of that we do it anyway. I don't know. I don't want to go into that. वो DNA का प्रॉब्लम है कि क्या है पता नहीं है मुझे. इतना बड़ा मैं नहीं हूँ कि उसके ऊपर बात करूँ. So the positive part is now just see that in our country there are 1,39,000 postal offices in rural India. Means 1:6. 6 गांव में एक पोस्ट ऑफिस है, वो काम करता है. आपको you pay just 50 paisa for a postcard and it reaches in 10 to 12 days 5,000 kilometers आपके घर के ऊपर. आपने हमें कभी तो भी इसको रिस्पेक्ट करना चाहिए. So I have used, I am not a postman का spokesperson, but this is reality.
this is something which people should also know and understand what exactly is the reality, and that people really need to appreciate. Yeah. Go ahead.
एक मिनट. So we have used that, and that time the cost of that postcard was just 15 paisa. 15. So what we have done, we have written to 3 people in these so-called key and feeder villages of the Maharashtra in 6,000. And it was a reply postcard, means 30 paisa for reach to one person. And we have written to 3 people in each village. And what we have done, I have asked my father and wife to write by hand. I have sold the idea to them is, if you write by hand, they will feel that it is personalized. But why I asked them? Because if I would have printed, it would have cost me 2 rupees 50 paisa. So the cost effectiveness, correct?
Yeah,
and we have written to 3 people.
250, there is a huge, and you can
huge gap. So, and for 3 months they have written this letter, as I've told you, reply postcard. In just 90 paisa, we have reached to one village. So in 3 months we have written 20,000 letters and we have posted that. And the question on that postcard was only, who is the sarpanch of your village? What you have to do is pick up the phone and write, Dr. Senthil is the sarpanch of village Ojharde. That's all. We have posted that 20,000 and waited for 1 month. We have received only 18 answers. 18. Actually, there was no answer, frankly speaking. Again, I have asked them to write. In that we have written, what is the bazaar day of your village? Either it is Wednesday or a Tuesday or a Monday, whatever it is. Again, 2 postcard, again 3 months, again posted, waited for 2 months. 49 answers. And usme tha, who are you? आप खुद को गवर्नर समझते हो क्या? Who are you? That was our answer. I was shocked. घर वाले तो परेशान. because you are an entrepreneur. Sufferer ho hote hain. We don't most of the time don't understand that, because you are driven. You know your goal, you know your target and all these things, because you are in a different world. But what about them? हमें उनको भी रिस्पेक्ट करना चाहिए. ये अभी मुझे समझता है, तभी नहीं समझता.
Okay.
So, but by that time, everybody was disturbed. कि अभी कैसे होगा? By that time, there was a Diwali doctor, and that was my, I think, one of the biggest innovation I have done. I have asked them कि now we'll write last letter, और इसका कुछ नहीं होता है तो I'll see what best I can do. I'll go to Narega also and I'll work there, but don't worry. And on that letter, that time we have not sent the reply card. On that letter, by that time there was a Diwali. I have written, आपको, आपके घर वालों को और गांव वालों को दीपावली की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं. कुछ नहीं भेजना मुझे भाई, कुछ नहीं भेजना जानकारी. But in spite of not sending a reply card, we have received 850 letters saying that आपको भी दीपावली की शुभकामनाएं. And after that, no look back. We have taken a call. It is building relationship with the last mile to a person and not asking him every time what we do every day. Frankly speaking, we don't build relationship. We will take him for granted. And after that, no look back. Now, as a doctor knows and everybody knows that in our office, we have received more than 850,000 letters from these villages. And the address is only Pradeep Lokhande, Pune 13. No need to write anything. And you post that letter from anywhere, it will reach to us. This has happened. This has happened. Thank you very much, doctor.
That talks about the kind of effort what has gone behind. Good. Yes. आगे बोलिए.
Yeah. So and then I thought that then I have collected the data of Maharashtra, and I thought that I will get 5 lakh rupees of data. What was the data? Name of village, taluka, district, population, bazaar day, school principal, shops, postmaster, headmaster. How many television sets that village has? How many telephone lines that village has? I'm talking about 93. I'm not talking about 2020. And which FMCG products are reaching there in a segment. All this information of around 6,000 odd villages. And then I've written to 200 multinational and professional companies of the country. Yeah, we have this data, and we have not received any answer. Again, I've written, no answer. Again, I've written. Then I've received a call from Tata Tea. Come and present the case. वो हमारा कॉर्पोरेट का एक कल्चर होता है. So मैं गया. I've dot matrix. I have printed that because I believe in presentation. I believe in branding. वो गलत है. मैं गरीब हूँ, मैं काला हूँ, मैं गांव का हूँ. Whom you are telling this nonsense? Correct? Incorrect? नहीं. मैंने उसको प्रिंट किया डॉट मैट्रिक्स पे और लेके गया. Then only one request I was having with that marketing manager कि sir मुझे तो English में presentation नहीं कर सकता हूँ. तो he has given me a permission to do the presentation in Hindi. ये होता है फिर. And coincidentally he was a Marathi. So उन्होंने और भी मुझे कॉन्फिडेंस दिया कि बीच में जो मराठी शब्द यूज करता था, he used to translate that in Hindi and English. तो लाइफ में अगर आप ये करते हो, तो people come for you. Like doctor is always promoting you. Why? We have met twice, I think, for few minutes. कितने बार मिले डॉक्टर हम? बस. But it happens. आप करते रहो, people come. हाँ, I know that there are a lot of bad people. But again, I have told you कि negativity नहीं चाहिए. जो अच्छे दो है, एक है, उसको ले लो आप. And doctor, again that I have done a presentation, I have come back, then the usual sentence, will get back to you in few days. And after 3 weeks, again he has called me, and again you have to come and present this case to my boss. Again the same story. Again I have done that. I have come back. I thought that immediately they will do it, but there is a process. हमें लगता है कि because you are beggar, that doesn't mean कि सामने वाले ने देना ही चाहिए ना आपको कुछ. Okay. But doctor, then one fine morning I have received a call, but I thought that I'll get 5 lakh rupees of this data. क्योंकि थोड़ा ज्यादा मेरा सोच थी, यंग था, सोच कम थी, but ये enthusiasm ज्यादा था. सोच था और passion था आपके साथ. Passion था. So then they have called me कि we will pay you 25,000 rupees for this data. But तभी मेरे लिए 25,000 was मेरा 6 महीने का रेशन हुआ करता था. So I thought that yes, because completely broken tha, kuch nahi tha mere paas. Anyway, no crying business. And then I've sold that data for 25,000 rupees. Another 15 days time, I've received a call from Parle-G. They have bought this data for 20,000 rupees, just 20,000 rupees. But after 3 weeks, I have received a call from Tata Tea saying that, Pradeep, this is a fantastic data, but what to do with this? And again, after that, no look back, doctor. What has happened? Then I have given them a proposal. We will do a wet sampling. ये एक sentence में बता रहा हूँ, but इसके पीछे मेरी बहुत सोच थी तभी, बहुत ज़्यादा. I was just thinking 8 to 10 days, 9 days. I precisely remember कि क्या देना चाहिए. So I have given them a proposal. We will do a weight sampling in a bazaar day.
Okay.
And they have agreed to that. And the first work order or a purchase order, I have just for 100 villages, I have received 3,20,000 rupees. Again, after that, no look back. You name any big brand of the world, any big brand of the world, either we have worked with them or we are working with them.
Good.
But
I
there are
quite a lot of names like ICICI. I saw.
You name any brand. You take Hindustan Lever to Merrill Lynch, Telco to Marico, to WNS to whatever, G to ABP Mazda, any segment. I am Ahmedabad to Symbiosis to United Bank of Switzerland. मेरा account नहीं है, but United Bank of Switzerland to to Reserve Bank of India. You name any segment, all, and all the case studies are on our website. It is not just मैं बात कर रहा हूँ. The case studies are there.
I'm going to also give the link, participants. I'm going to give the link on my website. It's on my same Facebook itself. As soon as finish the conversation and his email ID, please reach out to him. That's something you can engage with him later. Yes, बोलिए प्रदीप जी. Sorry, आप बोल रहे थे बैंक के बारे में and corporate.
नहीं, even we have worked with the Reserve Bank of India and Switzerland, Bank of Switzerland also. So what we do, there are 3 principles to organization. अभी क्या होता है ना कि हमें बहुत फोकस्ड रहना पड़ता है. So what was the 3 principles? We will not sell the product because वो relationship शब्द मेरे यहाँ पूरी तरह है everywhere. Second, we will not take liquor and tobacco based product. That doesn't mean I am sadhu sant, not at all. But we will not take liquor and tobacco. Again, relationship. I cannot say that you smoke and you drink. These people use people like us to reach there. I would have earned 10,000 more times more money than what I earn today. And third, probably a lot of people doesn't like, but we don't work with the government also. Reasons मेरे खुद के हैं, उनके नहीं है. So मैं ये 3. So we work with all professional and multinational companies. And what we say is, you understand what you have. We understand rural India a little bit. Let's come together and we do the customized activity with these companies. Customized activity means basically we are a facilitator and a catalyst. We understand the language of corporate and we understand the language of last mile. We are a bridge between both of them. This is what rural relations is.
Good. So that takes me to I think that gave me a lot of idea about your own. But before we move on to the education, I want you to still hold back. You had shared about one of your bakery experiences. I would like to talk about that bakery experience with people, because it's very important for us to people to understand that when you have everything falls in place. When you don't have anything, what kind of struggle people have, and particularly the new generation which is seeing this particular program, I would like you to take a learning from Pradeep ji on this particular part. Yes, Pradeep.
This was prior to this.
Yes.
This was prior to this. It was like that. I worked with a company called Johnson & Johnson for 19 months as a trainee. I have lived that. I thought that I know everything of the marketing. Nonsense tha wo. But I thought, no, that again, that age, enthusiasm, passion in 19, because in that 19 months, I have traveled all 45 districts of Madhya Pradesh. I used to travel 23 days. And I used to travel in the night, and in daytime I used to work. I used to enjoy that, because aapko kahan milega ye sab? Somebody else is paying for you, and in a luxury, because when you are working with Johnson & Johnson, first class train, good hotel, good money, everything is good. and is the bigger than that is the experience, because you are meeting different people at a different location, different type of people, and then you sometimes you get bad experiences, and one should, and why not? इसके से आपको कैसे पता चला जाए कि इस दुनिया में अच्छे भी लोग हैं, तो बुरे लोग मिलने चाहिए, ऐसे मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ, बुरे लोग आपको हमको मिलना ही चाहिए लाइफ में, हर स्टेज पे मिलना चाहिए. So doctor, then I have left that in 19 months. I thought that कि मैं तो अभी मार्केटिंग का दादा हो गया हूँ, मुझे तो सब समझने लगा है. And I have come back to Pune. I have asked two of my friends. Now they are very big people. They were from the beginning. They were billionaires, millionaires जो भी थे वो. You all must have heard about Magarpatta city of Pune. The owner of that Magarpatta city is a 5,000 crore man. That time that time also he was my friend. Today also he is my friend. वो उसमें मैंने कभी भी ये नहीं किया कि ये इतना रिच है तो मैं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. वो भी अनदर इशू. Jealousy is very bad, very very bad in life. So then I thought that we will do the marketing, we'll take the distribution. And you all know that Monjini's cake is very famous in Mumbai, very very famous. That time it was not in Pune. The owner of that is Khurakiwala, Oakard's owner, and the only in India, the only mall or a supermarket was Akbar Ali's, owner of that Akbar Ali's. See the futuristic person. And then I thought that I want the agency of that. I thought, ab dekho again a problem. I thought that we want the agency of Manjini's cake in Pune. But prior to that, I am always a believer, we have to do our groundwork always, which I have done in Pune. What I have done, I have mapped Pune, and then I've come to a conclusion that there are 167 outlets where I can keep this Manjini's cake. Why 167 only? Because the shop who has a good refrigerator, good, छोटा वाले से काम नहीं चलेगा, good refrigerator. That's why it was 167 only. शायद मेरे से कुछ रह गए होंगे, पता नहीं मुझे, I don't know. And then I have taken that data, I have mapped that on a map, and then I have called that organization. So there was no answer. So one fine morning, early in the morning, I get up and I've gone to their factory in Andheri. My attire, एक छोटा सा काला सा लड़का अंदर गया.
Okay.
अभी ये prosperity है.
Okay, good.
So and the receptionist was there. So I asked her, I have come from Pune and I want to meet Khurakiwala. ये हिंदी पिक्चर जैसे लगेगा आपको, but it has happened and I have written this. And then you'll come to know कि ये क्यों सच है. And she बोली नहीं, ऐसे नहीं मिलते हैं, वो मिलते नहीं है वैसे. He is a बड़े आदमी, अच्छी थी, she was good. मैं बोला नहीं, मुझे मिलना ही है. I'm sitting here. जब भी वो कहे तब, अब मैं बैठ रहा हूँ. I was there from 10 to 4. 10 बजे से सुबह 4 बजे तक. वो बीच में उसने पानी पूछा, खाना खाओगे क्या? बट वो बोली, बिकॉज वो रिसेप्शनिस्ट है, शी इज नॉट द मालकिन ना. हमारा थॉट क्या होता है, हम गुस्सा करते हैं उसको. व्हाई यू आर नॉट टेकिंग मी टू दैट मैन, हु यू, आप ऐसे हो वैसे. गलत. हमारे एजुकेशन में डॉक्टर ये पढ़ाना चाहिए, सो इम्पोर्टेंट. एंड 4 बजे मुझे लगता है शायद मेरा तरस खा गई मेरे ऊपर. सी गॉन इनसाइड एंड उन्होंने पूछा शायद वो खुराकीवाला जी कि एक कोई लड़का आया है, सुबह से बैठा है, आप मिलिएगा 1 मिनट के लिए. तो शायद ऐसे उसने कहा होगा, पता नहीं मुझे. देन शी हैज कम बैक, मुझे पानी पिलाया, मुझे लगता है पानी पिलाया, बोला तो वॉशरूम हो क्या हो. मैं कैसे लोग हेल्प करते हैं हमें समझ में नहीं आता है. एंड वी डोंट रिस्पेक्ट दैट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम. वी एवरीथिंग, मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स वी टेक फॉर ग्रांटेड. एंड देन मैं फिर अंदर चला गया. एंड बिफोर, जैसे मैं अंदर गया, देखो स्मार्टनेस क्या होता है इसमें. एक स्मार्टनेस की बात है, वो मार्केटिंग किया था ना मैंने. बिफोर ही आस्किंग मी एनीथिंग, स्ट्रेट मैंने चेयर खींचे और उसमें बैठ गया. अदरवाइज वो खड़े होके मेरे को भगा देता था.
और खड़े होते भगाना आसान होता है.
बराबर है ना. ही इज अ बिजी मैन. ऐसे लोग कोई भी कुछ लेके आएगा तो कैसे चलेगा. इट इज नॉट अ चैरिटेबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ही इज डूइंग अ बिजनेस. और मैंने सीधा पहले ही सेंटेंस कह दिया कि आपकी पूना में मुझे एजेंसी चाहिए. He was just 2000 square feet का बड़ा वाला ऑफिस, एयर कंडीशन, बिग चेयर, ऐसे 5-6 चेयर. It was like a हिंदी पिक्चर. बोले आप बेटे क्या बात कर रहे हो आप? बोला आपकी एजेंसी चाहिए और मैंने पुणे का पूरा सर्वे किया है, 167 आउटलेट में अपना माल बिकेगा. हाफ हार्टेड सब, ये इतना गलत था, बट आई हैव डन दैट. बट वो शायद मुझे लगता है उसमें उनको प्योरिटी लगे कुछ, ये बात करने में या कुछ, आई डोंट नो, बट प्योरिटी डेफिनेटली, क्योंकि उन्होंने कभी मुझे बाद में बताया, मैंने आपसे आगे बात की कि आपका जो कहना था वो इतना निरागस, कहते उसको इंग्लिश में क्या कहते मुझे पता नहीं है, कि उसमें कोई गंदगी नहीं थी, बिल्कुल एकदम साफ.
नहीं था, सच था वो.
हाँ सच था वो. एंड देन उन्होंने बेल बजाई, उनमें से एक, और वो वापिस एक लड़का भागता है, बोला अपने वो मार्केटिंग मैनेजर विजय वीज साहब को बुलाओ. उनका नाम विजय वीज, वो अंदर है, टॉल, 6 फीट, फेयर. आ गया अंदर. बोले यार ये बेटा, ये लड़का क्या बात करता है, देखो ये बोलता है तुम्हारा माल हमको पुणे में बेचने का है. ये सर, तो ही वाज अ मार्केटिंग मैनेजर, सो ही नोज कि ये. तो मैंने बिफोर ही मैंने उनको भी वही डायलॉग मारा जो इनको मारा, कि सर मैंने पुणे का पूरा सर्वे किया है और पुणे में 167 आउटलेट में अपना मंजनीस का केक 100% बिक सकता है सर, हमें आपकी एजेंसी चाहिए. ही वाज जैप्ड, क्योंकि वो तो उनको तो हिट हो गया ना, 167 आउटलेट, क्योंकि आउटलेट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू एनी मार्केटिंग पर्सन, क्योंकि दैट इज द अल्टीमेट पॉइंट टू रीच टू अ कंज्यूमर. सो और फिर वो मुझे लेके गए, वीज साहब अपने टेबल पे लेके गए, उन्होंने सब पूछे. ही वाज इम्प्रेस्ड विद दैट अप्रोच 167. उन्होंने बोला यार बट प्रदीप वी विल थिंक वगैरह वगैरह. ठीक है. अनदर 15 टाइम्स उनका कॉल आ गया, मैं वापिस चला गया. देन ही हैड आस्क्ड कि ours is a perishable product, we want 50,000 rupees deposit and all the stock only after we get a DD. मैं बोला 50,000 तो मेरे पास है नहीं, but I can get you a DD. आपका जो माल है, and do the MOU, I'll sign on that because I cannot read that आपका MOU कि वो replacement policy, this policy बहुत सारा होता है, हमें लगता है ऊपर सब, but there are a lot of things in it. And friends, we were the people who have launched Manjini's cake in Pune. Done. All 160. And doctor, the biggest party then, मेरे डॉटर का फर्स्ट बर्थडे था. दे हैव सेंट 1 टेम्पो लोड ऑफ डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ केक्स, कि जो मैं 3-4 ऑर्फनेज हाउसेस में जाके बच्चों को बांटा था. 1 टेम्पो मस्ट बी 50,000-60,000 रुपीज, नॉट लेस देन. टू माय डॉटर्स बर्थडे कुछ नहीं. ये खुराकी वाला इज रियली गुड. एंड उसके बाद में उन्होंने मुझे मुंबई बुलाया एक बार और कहा प्रदीप मैं फैक्ट्री खोलने वाला हूँ मुंबई, पुणे में, आप कर सकते हो, आप मेरे पार्टनर हो, आप बोलो मुझे क्या करने का. बट मैं मुझे नहीं करना था, क्योंकि मुझे पता था ये मेरा एटीट्यूड नहीं है, मैं मार्केटिंग वाला थोड़ा आदमी हूँ, बात करना है. बट फ्रेंड्स, मुझे ये कहना है कि ऐसे नहीं है. शायद ऐसा होता है कि पहले 12 लोग ठीक नहीं मिले, बट वेट फॉर दैट 13th, वो मिलता है. अब मैं ऐसे कुछ बात नहीं कभी करता हूँ, बिकॉज माई स्पेलिंग ऑफ गॉड इज अ नेचर. सो मैं बिलीव करता हूँ कि आप करते रहिएगा, डेफिनेटली आपके पास अच्छा ही आंसर आता है.
So I think that gives you your business perspective. Let's get into specifically to Gyan Ki. 1 million plus students you are reaching. What is this Gyan Ki, और ये Gyan Ki कहाँ से शुरू हुआ? What is the background and what is the presence?
Yes. Actually, in 2001, I have taken. मैं थोड़ा सा आपको पीछे लेके चलता हूँ. In 2001, I have taken a call. Henceforth, I'll spend only 20%, 40% time to spend on business, 40% to do the social work professionally, and 20% teaching. In that 40% जो आपसे अभी बात कर रहा हूँ, I do that all even today. In that another 40% that is social. In 2001, आपने जो कहा, thank you for that, is we have launched a concept called non-resident villager movement. But let me tell you one sentence before that. ये सब मैंने कब किया? जब मेरा पेट भर गया.
Correct.
Now I go to lot of B schools और मुझे एकदम से चालू हो जाते हैं बच्चे कि सर हमें सोशल काम करना है. अरे बॉस, पहले खुद का देखो, अपना फैमिली का देखो, फिर बाद में सोशल. कुछ लोग मुझे गाली देते हैं इसके ऊपर, ठीक है, but this is how I look at it. मैंने पहले सेंटेंस भी ये कहा था, how I look at it. क्योंकि क्या है, आपको अगर आप जो लाइफ में करना चाहते हो वो अगर आपके पास, इफ यू डोंट हैव दैट, हाउ यू विल एंटरटेन समबडी एल्स. आपके दिमाग में तो कंटिन्यूसली रहेगा कि यार मुझे नहीं और मैं क्यों कर रहा हूं. ओके, आप शायद करोगे, इफ यू डू इट. व्हाट अबाउट योर फैमिली? उन्होंने क्या क्या उनकी क्या गलती है? इट इज योर पैशन, इट इज योर गोल, इट इज योर टारगेट्स, इट इज योर फेम. व्हाट अबाउट देम? वी हैव टू रिस्पेक्ट देम. एंड फॉर वो है इसलिए आप है. ये गलत फहमी में कभी रहना इट इज मी नहीं होता है लाइफ में. एनीवे, हैविंग सेड दैट, इसीलिए डॉक्टर आई हैव टेकन दैट कॉल विद द फैमिली कि 40% ओनली. आप देखो, और मैं मिडिल क्लास हूं, और मिडिल क्लास के ना 3 चीजें होती है, ऐसा मेरा मानना है. इट इज व्हाट आई थिंक. वन इज यू हैव टू हैव योर ओन गुड हाउस. Definition is different. Amitabh Bachchan's definition is different. Mine is a dream house. Mine is a best house, one of the finest house. That is my definition. Second, a good car, done, and abroad travel. वो middle class के लिए बहुत बड़ा होता है. I'm talking about 90s and 2000 में तो बहुत बड़ी बात होती थी. So ये तीनों हो गए. मेरे बेटियों को और मेरे फैमिली को बचा, बॉस अभी पूछो, अभी सब कुछ वे है ना, मुझे ये करने दो. अदरवाइज मैं करो उसका कायदा नहीं होता है. सो बैकग्राउंड बताने की कोशिश की डॉक्टर छोटी सी, एंड देन द कंसेप्ट लॉन्च, एंड इट इज रियली, मैंने जैसे कहा, आई बिलीव इन ब्रांडिंग इज नॉन रेसिडेंट विलेजर मूवमेंट. प्रैक्टिकली एवरी इंडियन इज एनआरवी, either from father side or a mother side. You have a root somewhere or the other. Do something for that village and India will be changed India. Kyunki, why? You know, because when you do to that village, because of that village we are talking to each other. So it is our responsibility, and you don't feel bad because you are doing to your root. So थोड़ा अगर पीछे मुड़ के आप देखते हो तो India will be changed India. And ये India doesn't require a ज्ञान, India requires action. Now ज्ञान हो गया, ज्ञान बहुत है अभी. So what is the action with that in 2001? In 2001, actually in 2000, practically everybody, right from Bill Gates to Pramod Mahajan, that time Pramod Mahajan was our IT minister in India, to anybody was talking that henceforth it is a IT yug. Correct?
Correct.
Then I thought that pick that. This is a concept, non-resident villager movement, and uske saath the program we have launched it. Don't throw your old computer, give it to us. We will install that computer in a school where their computer has a subject of 100 mark and they teach computer on a blackboard. Shame on all of us. गाली बकना गवर्नमेंट को बहुत आसान चीज है. प्लीज डोंट डू दैट यार, मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है. वो कोई भी हो, कोई पार्टी बिलिटी हो, बाद में देखेंगे. ये बहुत आसान चीज है. एक्चुअली हम क्या करते हैं, हमारा जो भड़ास है वो दूसरे के ऊपर निकालते हैं और कुछ नहीं. एंड charity starts at home. I belong to, जैसे उन्होंने बताया कि 100 odd kilometers from Pune में, I have come from a small village. वहां मैंने पहले 4 कंप्यूटर लगवा दिया. And as I told you, I am a marketing गुंडा. So मैंने क्या किया, I have taken a reporter along with me कि देखो हमने ये ऐसे करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, आप लिखिएगा. और we have installed first 4 computers, used computer. But let me tell you कि used क्यों डॉक्टर, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है. अगर आप नया देते हो तो वो शायद टीचर स्टूडेंट को हाथ नहीं लगाने, शायद, सब नहीं करते हैं, बट हो सकता है, पता नहीं मुझे. 2, ही विल अफ्रेड टू टच इट. देखो हमारे घर में भी कोई भी वट एवर वी गेट न्यू, वी ऑलवेज आस्क आवर किड्स, स्टॉप है, यू डोंट नो अबाउट इट. सेम थिंग हैपन विद टीचर्स. इसीलिए यूज्ड कंप्यूटर. और मैंने उनको कहा, इट इज फॉर यू, इट इज ओनली फॉर टच, ट्राई एंड फील. लिसन वेरी केयरफुली, टच, ट्राई एंड फील. मैं कोई कंप्यूटर इंजीनियर बनाने नहीं जा रहा हूं. Oh, no. It is जो whatever my daughter gets on her table, counterpart को एक तो मिलना चाहिए पूरे स्कूल के लिए. That was a thought. Touch, try and feel. और अगर खराब होता है तो I have to ask them, फेंक दो उसको. I am not going to come and repair that. It is your responsibility. अगर करना है तो, नहीं तो फेंक दो इसको. हम आपको शुरुआत करके दे रहे हैं. Call is yours. And it was so successful, doctor, so successful कि even Guru Sharan Das, he read somewhere and sent me, that time he was the chairman of a Citibank India. He sent me 14 computers by courier from Delhi. तो मैंने उनके पीए को फोन किया, जो लड़की थी, बोला जो कुरियर का खर्चा है उसमें 20 नए कंप्यूटर आते थे. वो चेयरमैन को कौन पूछेगा?
Correct.
So it was a big success story, doctor. Between 2001 to 2009, we were instrumental to install more than 28,300 computers in 18,400 schools in 7 states of the country. And it is not Pradeep Lokhande talking about it. You go to New York Times, you go to Beijing Times or Tokyo Times, to any big magazines or a big channel of this country, they have done the story on it and they are talking about it. Pradeep Lok, तो भी कुछ मुझे पद्मश्री नहीं मिला है और नहीं चाहिए. हमें इमीडिएटली वो भी प्रॉब्लम चालू हो जाता है कभी कभी कि आई एम डूइंग सो मच. ये मेरे आनंद के लिए मैं कर रहा हूं. दिस सेंटेंस इज वेरी मच, इट इज फॉर माय हैप्पीनेस. बाय द वे उनको हेल्प हो रहा है, बाय द वे. एंड इन 2009 वी हैव स्टॉप डॉक्टर गिविंग ओल्ड कंप्यूटर्स, क्योंकि गांव का छोटा बच्चा भी कहता था मुझे, वेयर इज कलर मॉनिटर एंड वेयर इज माउस. So whenever you do any social work, any activity, the utility of that unit or whatever you give should be beneficiary to the person who is using it. Otherwise, general term, we go there and dump something and come back. That's the biggest problem of this country. Accept the fact, thoda it is a very...
It is a scrap.
Yes,
scrap
we do that. Anyway, so we have stopped that. Now, we take old computer, but only from the IT company and nobody else, because unke naye hote, because they change after 3 years. And now we take only new and IT companies. Abhi saal mein 500 hi milte hain, no problems. But and now we are not going only one computer to a school. We are giving 5 computers. We create a lab, because now the importance has, and it has reached. So this is how we have started working in rural India. And then I have realized, if you want to change this country, as I have told you, every NRV should look back to his village. But another concept I thought is, if you, I'm talking about rural perspective, if you concentrate on a secondary going school student in rural India will be changed India, because they are future. They are today's opinion leader and tomorrow's influencers. Very, very important sentence. They are today's opinion leader and tomorrow's influencers. So concentrate on them. So we have done this activity in a secondary school of rural India to install the computer. And in 2010, I have read a lot of late. Actually, मैं ज्यादा पढ़ता नहीं हूँ, पढ़ने को आना भी चाहिए, नहीं आता है, क्या करें, गलत है, लेजीनेस है ये, बस और कुछ नहीं है. लोग बता रहे, लोग ही कहते कि नहीं यार तुम इतने बिजी हो. बाय द वे, आई हैव सीन मोर देन 6,000 विलेजेस ऑफ द कंट्री, इसलिए ये थोड़ा सा बात कर रहा हूं आपसे. बट इन 2010 डॉक्टर, I have a lot of people have come to me, because I always used to talk on the secondary going school student, empower them and all that. So now the reading habit is dying, because by that time, you know that the television was like, even today, and it has started in 2006-7, बहुत ही ज्यादा 500-600 channels and all that, कि बच्चे सब कुछ पढ़ना खत्म हो गया. So I always believe, मैं challenge लेता हूँ, जैसे 2001 में लिया, ये 2010 में challenge लिया, and then थोड़ा we have done a study. Now I am talking about Gyan Ki doctor. We have done a study. I have traveled with my wife in Maharashtra first to understand ki what is happening in reading. And then we have met all the 4 stakeholders of rural India. And whatever I'm talking from the rural perspective, friends, please don't compare this with the urban India. Shayad there will be a gap.
Sure.
The first is a student, especially girl student and a student. Second, teachers, principal and parents. और मुझे पता चला कि सब खत्म नहीं हुआ है. There are few books in Maharashtra, everybody wants to read. I was so happy to listen to that. Minimum, कम से कम they are thinking about it. Then आपका door opening है.
Okay.
बिल्कुल आपको जाके ये नहीं करना. So then parent is to say कि I want to buy, but we don't get the book. Teacher is to say कि we have to do a lot of things. It is very difficult to give them the another box. That students, and one girl, उन्होंने मेरे आँख खोल दिए. actually मेरे नहीं मेरे wife के, she asked us, can I get a book on a snake? I was shocked. All of a sudden, a small girl, student, asking me, can I get a book on a snake? Well, cute. Why you want a book on a snake? Well, she was not ready to talk to me. And I asked my wife to talk to her. आज भी हमारे देश में है, देखो, क्योंकि घर का प्रॉब्लम है ये. Don't talk to male, this. सही भी है. That is not today's our subject. We can discuss that afterwards. So, she told my wife, my grandfather died because of snake bite. So I want to understand why he has died. See that. There's a generation, this new generation, this today's generation is so smart. But only we have to channelize them. Please don't think that they don't know anything. They know everything about it. Only the expression is an issue. Language is a barrier.
They may
Yes.
not be able to communicate.
Correct. Again, that is the problem of educational system. Doctor, galat mat manna, please.
नहीं, ठीक है, जरूर, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
Yeah. And then we have realized that then we have come back and we have decided that we will build a library for secondary going school student of rural India. And we have taken a call. It is a public participation program. We have given a thought to whatever they think. It can be drama, music, sex, disaster management, constitution, habit, hobbies, anything. Minimum one primary book in that library. And we have done a reverse calculation. I have asked my wife, people will give me 5,000 to 6,000 rupees, not more than that. I am not a celebrity. Na? So we will do that. And then we have taken that amount and then we have done the reverse calculation and created that set. It's a set of 148 books.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? In that there is a Wings of Fire also.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now see that I can buy a Wings of Fire any given time for my daughter, but her counterpart in a village who is a farmer, probably earning 5 times more than me, will never buy a Wings of Fire for his daughter because it will not get there also in that village. Correct? And along with that, there is Sudha Murthy also, Sunita Williams also, Kalpana Chawla also, and Batatachi Chad is a Marathi book, very famous book of a Pula Deshpande, one of the finest writer of the country. And charity starts at home. Again, I have installed 3 libraries in 3 different schools. We are opening this library only in secondary school of rural India between 2 to 9,000 pop strata. I'll speed up now. All the donors of this library, Ganaki library are compulsorily female, and all the monitors of this library are compulsorily girl student of a school. Till every working day we are opening 3 libraries. Every working day we are opening 3 libraries. When we are opening the library in Telangana, it is in Telugu. When it is in Rajasthan, it is in Hindi. And who is the best author of that area, the ecosystem of that area, accordingly we are giving the books.
So it's more of a
Along
local
with
concept.
that,
So what you're saying that your library consists most of local writer and local culture, which is very important.
along with the important subject which I've told you, right, from constitution to all this drama, music, sex, disaster management, hobbies, all this, correct? Because you relate to that very fastly. And the name of this activity is, as I've told you, Gyanaki. Gyan is a Sanskrit word, Ki is an English word, Gyanaki Chabi. And the tagline of this activity is read, write, and speak. And if you do these 3, you are definitely a successful person in life, in your definition. Oh, now you will compare with the Bojes and then it's wrong. Anyway, we'll not go into that. This along with this, we give one register. And in that register, we ask that Ganki monitor to keep the record of that. Means we are teaching her a leadership quality also and a system. It is not that I am giving a book, coming back and just leaving it. No, I don't believe in that. I firmly believe in follow-up. So any library, any school library, if they are not working, we will take it back. and we have taken back 13-14 libraries and written to all the schools saying that they are not doing it. I am doing a charity, I am doing a social work, but you are answerable and accountable. That is our approach. And the biggest problem of this country is I am ready to pay, but the money is not reaching to the last mile. We have given an answer to that. 100% you will come to know that your money has reached to the last mile. So along with that register, we give one envelope. On that envelope, there is address of a donor. School writes back to that donor saying that we have received 148 books worth rupees 6,000. You have paid 5,000 odd. They have received books for 6,000 odd because the discount amount books also they have received. So when you get a letter from a school on a lettered pad, 100% means the first loop is complete. Because on that lettered pad, name of a school, phone number, school principal, everything is there. Two dot is connected. You can call him anytime and ask कि भाई आपको ये मिला है या नहीं मिला है. But the donor has not given money to open the library. The donor has given money to read. The students should read. That was his thing. So in the book we put a postcard. So student writes back to the donor saying that मैंने ये किताब पढ़ा, मुझे ये पसंद आया. The second loop is complete. So when you get a letter from a student, what else you want in life? Means you have a documentation and the beneficiary is writing to you directly. If you want, you can connect to him. We will not give you his number. So this is how more than 3 lakh letters donors have received, more than 3 lakh. And the biggest success, we have reached to 1 million. I am not impressed with that number, but I am impressed with, I am happy with, and everybody should be happy with is, we have received in our office 3,73,000 letters from this, handwritten letters from students, their analysis on the book. What else you want in life?
So book review is something, I think this is something very, very interesting. Khali padho nahi, and I think you should also go ahead, read, write, and then make them to do a review of that particular book.
Correct.
Very
Correct.
important. And then how does this, because you said a very interesting thing, this has been done by girls only. Girls ही चलाते हैं. कैसे चलाते हैं इसके पीछे?
हाँ नहीं, मुझे गुस्सा इस बात का है डॉक्टर, शायद कुछ गुस्सा है, मेरे पास भी कुछ गुस्सा है, क्योंकि अभी भी कुछ लोग इंग्लिश आती है इसलिए ऐसे करके पूछते हैं कि गर्ल्स पढ़ते हैं क्या रे गांव में. प्रदीप, गुस्सा आता है मुझे यार. अभी हमारा देश अभी वो नहीं रहा है. इंडिया चेंज्ड अ लॉट. We have primary education is in 1.5 kilometer radius. Immediately the next sentence will come कि teachers कैसे होते हैं. यार ठीक है, we are not a developed country. आप अभी पढ़े हो, अमेरिका से आके आए को मेरे को हीरोगिरी सिखा रहे हो क्या? Enough is enough. Enough is enough. हमारा ये प्रॉब्लम है डॉक्टर. So in spite मैं तो उनको मार नहीं सकता हूँ ऐसे. So मैं कैसे करूँ? इसलिए मैंने कहा कि वो पढ़ती नहीं है. She is a monitor. She is a monitor. पढ़ती नहीं है, वो monitor है. And this is my personal opinion again. Comparatively, they are disciplined.
Girls are disciplined than boys.
Yes.
Okay, fine. many boys will not be very happy about that statement, but I think you can go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
So, and what she does is she keeps the record of it. That doesn't mean we are not paying her anything. But she feel proud. She feel proud because she is amongst that 200 students now. It is always good now. Why the school monitor is famous in that area? Because you are the monitor of the school. Similarly, she is the monitor, and we do a lot of activities with the schools. We have done 41 different activities with the schools. अभी ये बहुत बड़ा subject है. How much time we have, we don't know. But we ask them to.
I know that you have a program to go and join.
Yeah,
but, we will try to see that कि मेरे को और 2-3 questions हैं जो मेरे
yeah, then we'll, but I think broadly you have come to know that it is reaching to the last mile. It is reaching to the student, and the biggest problem we have solved is the money you are paying. is reaching to the last mile, and we are asking for 5,000 odd rupees and nothing more than that. And along with that, we are giving a hanger, and there are a lot of research we have done with that. When we have reached to 10 lakh students, we have done a lot of research. Books change kar diye, approach kya hona chahiye, wo bhi change kar diya. Now we are doing wonderful. And now come, as I've told you, we are every day we are opening 3. But now pandemic ke wajah se thode se gadbad ho gayi last 15 months. But we'll bounce back again.
Yeah, looking forward that I think the whole good wishes of those people who have benefited out of your work will always be there, and I think you आपको काफी और motivation देगा.
Yes.
मेरे को एक और सवाल पूछना था कि जब लाइब्रेरी इतना आ रहा है, कोविड ने भी टेक्नोलॉजी को थोड़ा एक्सपोज किया है. आपका टेक्नोलॉजी में यदि यही सारी किताबें एक टेक्नोलॉजी ऐप में अवेलेबल हो या टूल में अवेलेबल हो, तो व्हाट इज योर थॉट ऑन?
The issue, I'll tell you, when the pandemic started, I have launched another concept called Yo Mobile. The problem is, now you आप देखिएगा हमारे देश में the size of a house is very small, and there are 4 people. Suppose there is one mobile in a village, every house, correct? अभी you have 2 kids, वो एक के यूज करने के लिए देंगे तो दूसरे को नहीं मिलेगा. So अभी भी we are doing this activity की old computer हम old mobile we are giving them. Coming back to and answering your question, I am not against that. The issue I'll tell you, one is light, power.
Correct. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Second is, now if suppose there is a Kindle, हमने Kindle दे दिया, so only one girl can read or one boy can read that. तो again the disparity वो आ जाएगी कि किसको देना है किसको नहीं देना है. It will come because the 5G speed will be more. The unit will come where there will be a screen and they will you can read that on that. ऐसे कुछ आएगा. Definitely we are going to take along when it will happen. And देखो इसके लिए इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भी बहुत जरूरी होती है डॉक्टर, क्योंकि it is not एक दिन के लिए करने से कोई होता नहीं है लाइफ में. It should be the why it is successful, because of consistency. ये एक शब्द के पीछे सब है, consistency. So definitely after 5G and some innovation, we are going to take this also to the schools 100%, doctor. 100%.
Let me just ask the audience if they have any questions. They can just quickly type out 1 or 2 questions which I can take. But parallelly जब तक वो लोग ये बात कर रहे हैं, आपको क्या लगता है कि जो लिटरेसी की बात की जा रही है, people are talking about that everybody should be. Why reading helps in one particular statement, if you have to say? Why reading helps? Does it reading का economic के साथ कोई connection है, ये आप मानते हैं, या reading के लिए pleasure के लिए होनी चाहिए, reading employment के लिए?
नहीं, both. Because I always say that ये गलत हो सकता है. You take any book of the world, any book. थोड़ा ठीक होना चाहिए बेटा. I know that there are a lot of bad books also.
Correct.
But if you take any book, suppose you take a particular book of Wings of Fire, it will give you empowerment to do a education also, and it will give you an empowerment to do a business also. That is one. And second sentence is very important, doctor. Now suppose I am a 15-year-old boy, or I am a 15-year-old girl, and today my mood is not good, but I am reading Wings of Fire, क्योंकि वो एक बुक ऐसा है कि जो पूरी इंडिया में सबको पता है, इसलिए मैं उसका नाम ले रहा हूँ. Now अब देखिएगा, that day even if your mood is bad ना, that book will teach you something, and if your mood is good, it will teach you something. If you read that after 1 month, it will teach you something. So it is like a khajina, continuous. It will give you something or the other. That is one. And why the सबसे ज्यादा फायदा क्या है? जो पढ़ेगा वो बढ़ेगा. ये मेरा सेंटेंस है. बढ़ेगा means सब में बढ़ेगा. Not only in education, business में भी बढ़ेगा, because you are exposed to the world. When you read, you are exposed to the world. इसलिए वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है रीडिंग. वो मैं नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि आप बड़ा बट आप न्यूज़पेपर से चालू करो. You read that also, no? That will and then vocabulary and ये वो regular तो डॉक्टर आपको पता है कि there are 1000 benefits of that. आप अगर आप 5 लोग खड़े हो और अगर आप थोड़े से पढ़े लिखे, आपने 3-4 किताबें ज्यादा पढ़ी है अगर ये 5 लोगों से, तो अगर आप अलग दिखते हो, आपकी थॉट प्रोसेस अलग होती है, एंड दैट गिव्स एन इंप्रेशन, आपको भी देती है और सामने वाले को भी देती है.
So it's
सो
good that
इम्पोर्टेंट.
people must read.
नाउ एक लड़की ने एक खत लिखा है मुझे, 3 लाख पढ़े हैं मैंने, ग्लांस तो किए हैं बहुत सारे. वो लड़की क्या लिखती है, मैंने सुनीता विलियम्स किताब पढ़ा. डॉक्टर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, आपने शायद सुना भी है ये, बैंगलोर में शायद.
Hmm.
मैंने सुनीता विलियम्स किताब पढ़ा, मैं सुनीता विलियम्स नहीं हो सकती, ये मुझे पता है. मुझे लगता है डॉक्टर इससे बड़ी बात लाइफ में है नहीं. नाउ एवरीबडी वांट्स टू बी अमिताभ बच्चन, लता मंगेशकर और सचिन तेंदुलकर, नॉट बिलो दैट. व्हाट नॉनसेंस हैपनिंग. शी सेज दैट मैंने सुनीता विलियम्स किताब पढ़ा, मैं सुनीता विलियम्स नहीं हो सकती, मैं सुनीता विलियम्स नहीं हो सकती, बट मैं सुनीता विलियम्स की जीत जरूर लूंगी. आई थिंक अचीव्ड अल्टीमेटली. वो रियलाइजेशन ऑफ दैट, हाउ आई कैन से दैट कि आई विल बी अ मार्क जुबर्गर, क्या क्या है वो, बिकॉज आई हैव अ डेटा. नॉनसेंस है ये. बट आई कैन टेक द एसेंस ऑफ दैट और कुछ मैं कर रहा हूं वो.
मैसेज इज लाउड एंड क्लियर टू एवरीबॉडी. लेकिन यदि आपको मैं कहूं कि जस्ट से इन वन स्टेटमेंट में आपको यदि स्कूल की याद दिलानी है, तो मैं कहूंगा कि 1 मार्क आंसर है आपके पास, 2 मार्क्स
Okay.
में 1 मार्क आंसर है. वन स्टेटमेंट का व्हाट यू वांट टू टेल द चिल्ड्रन ऑफ दिस जनरेशन रिगार्डिंग रीडिंग या जो भी करना है, व्हाट यू
रीडिंग
वांट.
नहीं, ऐसे मैं ओवरऑल बताऊंगा, क्योंकि हमारा यही प्रॉब्लम है. मैं हमेशा कहता हूं कि हमारे बच्चों को आप एजुकेशन के वो लिए मत भेजो, आप उसको पूरे वर्ल्ड को फेस करने के लिए भेजो. ये मेरा थॉट प्रोसेस है. वर्ल्ड को अभी फेस करना है आपको अभी एक चीज को नहीं फेस करना है डॉक्टर. सो मेरा सेंटेंस है, ये मेरा नहीं है बट मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है, गिव द वर्ल्ड द बेस्ट यू हैव एंड द वेरी बेस्ट विल कम बैक टू यू.
व्हाट इज योर स्टेटमेंट टू द पेरेंट्स? उन बच्चों के पेरेंट्स के लिए आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं? बिकॉज़
Don't
मेरे
force
पास
him. Don't absolutely don't force him. Now he think that he's a smart, but don't think that he's over smart.
third question, what is your statement for teachers? Because this program is viewed by teachers across the country and outside the country. Teachers को आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं?
As possible as jail with the student.
Okay, get aligned with the student, जैसे उनके साथ align हो, अपने आप को ऊपर मत दिखाओ. That's what you want to say.
जेल क्या होता है, अभी क्या हो रहा है हमारे यहाँ, टीचर और ये दो अलग हो गया है. ये मेरे को क्वेश्चन पूछता है और मैं आंसर देता हूँ. अब देखिएगा. एक बार उल्टा करके आप बच्चों को पूछने दो, आप आंसर करते रहो, जेल हो जाओ उनके साथ.
Okay, good point. Non-resident villagers के लिए आपका क्या स्टेटमेंट?
अपने गांव के लिए कीजिएगा. और वो आप you cannot buy, you can, what you see in the eyes of a small student of a village, you cannot that buy anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world.
What is your statement?
You are like a godsend there, you know that whatever you do in the village.
तो प्रदीप जी, आई थिंक मेरे को सारे के सारे क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स तो इस शो में नहीं मिलेंगे, लेकिन मेरे को मालूम है कि आपका हमारा रिश्ता आज का नहीं, कई सालों से
जी.
एंड आई एम अ बिग फैन ऑफ यू, द काइंड ऑफ वर्क व्हाट यू डू.
You are my guide.
Thank you very much, but I think it's very important that we need people to go back and read. What I have understood is that if you have a passion, convert the passion with energy, but you will require a lot of persistence. And the mantra seems to be only one: be focused, lage raho. And I love that particular idea. Before working and giving charity to somebody else, do you know that are you satisfied? Are you taking care of your near and dear, so that you can actually go back and work on it, which is very important. The people who are seeing this particular program, if you would like to kind of establish, I had a chat with Pradeep ji before the session. I was just asking him, he said most of the material, whatever he has spoken in form of case studies, in form of how to go about and establish a Gyan Ki village in your own village, the process of setting up, how exactly, what is the material required, he'll be more than happy to kind of help you. Because it is very, very important. We need many more Pradeeps like this in the country. And it is not a mission which Pradeep alone can achieve. While he has reached over 1 million plus people, I think it is equally important that if each one of us can at least reach 100 people, I think as teachers, we have been able to reach out, or as human beings, I think we have been able to make a huge difference in this particular. I have a small thing. There is a pledge also which is there in that particular thing. So one of the things which you can do as part of your school activity, I would request and suggest, I'll try to put that link on the this particular broadcast chat box also. And if you still want, you can reach out to me or reach out to his particular organization. There are a lot of activities which are being done, how to run a library, how to do certain activities. And what I liked with him is that he said a very thing. There are 64, more than 64 case studies are available there. What are the good practices when we try to talk about reading and library is available for people to go back. So I think I completely believe in the statement what he said. जितना शेयर करोगे उतना वापस आएगा, जितना शेयर करोगे उससे डबल वापस आएगा. तो मेरी आपसे ये आशा है कि प्रदीप जी का ये जो सेशन था आज आपके साथ, जो फर्स्ट in the reading month of 4 episodes what I had aspired for, I think it will be very important that प्रदीप जी ने एक बात बड़ी अच्छी बात कही थी, कितने लोग देखते हैं, कितने लोग मोटिवेट होते हैं पता नहीं, लेकिन यदि कोई एक भी व्यक्ति इसमें मोटिवेट हो जाता है, तो आज जो हमने 1 घंटा स्पेंड किया है एक दूसरे से बात करके, आई थिंक दैट इटसेल्फ इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. प्रदीप जी, आप, मेरा सहयोग हमेशा आपके साथ है. आप
Yes.
जानते हैं, और आई नो दैट the kind of passion what you are there, we will surely get associated with you and work with you.
Thank you
But
so much.
I think hats off to you, I should say, that you have kind of done that kind of a work which very very few people can actually do. And I love that idea, 40 40 20. 40-20
Yeah.
is something which is a very interesting mantra which everybody should follow, and I think all these startup people should follow that particular model.
Yeah.
40-20, because ये startup वाले पूरा 100% खाली revenue के चक्कर में रहते हैं. We should not be looking at that.
Yes.
Right. So प्रदीप जी, आपको, आपके परिवार, everybody के लिए best wishes from our side.
Thank you so much.
And I pray God that you get the best of health, reach
Thank
many
you.
more, and try to impact. So thank you
So
very much,
much.
audience, for spending this Sunday with us. And next week again, we will see one more gentleman or a lady who has contributed to the cause of reading. Namaste. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.